And here we are on our first video recorded podcast episode. Like, we're going to do like the for real thing. Because we've set up cameras before, like on the side. Yeah. And then we forget about it. And then we're like, haha. This feels like a lot of pressure. Maybe this is why we didn't do it before now.
Maybe. Yeah.
We may start doing this on occasion. This is just kind of a test run.
See how it goes.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's always weird when you see yourself on camera.
It really, really is. And I'm so used to doing just the audio where we can show up in our pajamas and like we're good. Not that my hair ever looks any better because it always looks like this.
Your
but
hair looks cute.
But sometimes, yeah, we're still in our PJs, you know, and however, I have learned from doing this by setting this desk up like this, I don't have to have pants on. I don't like wearing pants.
And she doesn't. I just
I
can't.
have fake, I call leggings fake pants. My leggings are fake pants.
I love fake pants.
Yeah. So I'm like, real pants or fake pants? Freaking fake pants. I'm not working today. I don't need real pants on.
That's right.
You have real pants on.
I do, unfortunately. I thought about changing before I came over here, but I'm like, I don't have the energy. I would have to take them off and put something back on.
I know, right? We can refer to ourselves as the legging ladies. Better than the crazy Walmart lady.
That's 2020. Right.
Speaking of that, we will show that. It's very, very inappropriate, so we apologize. It's kind of rated R because of the language. Freaking hilarious. Best thing you'll see all week. So cheers to that. Let's.
Yeah, here's to repenting.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, so with all that being said, I hope at least the viewers of this like the setup here. It was a lot of fun doing. I like decorating. I know, and then in the midst of everything, I had to like do my hair.
I know,
it was
right?
the craziest thing. It's getting too long. It doesn't do like...
What you wanted to?
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Yeah, I know how that is.
Freaking hate hair. Anyway, so let's like really start the podcast. Welcome to Paranormal XL Podcast. I'm Gigi, and with me, of course, for always is Mama Mary.
Hi.
Hi. So, I already went through that. This week we're going to be talking about Doll Island, which is exciting. This was actually Mama Mary's pick, which I was like, what now? Are you sure? I'll make sure I have the box of wine because that lasts me through the whole weekend. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of a lush on the weekends. I'm not going to lie.
Well,
I work hard through the week, and that's my time.
Mm-hmm.
But buying wine by the bottles gets kind of expensive.
It does. Box makes sense.
It does when you're drinking as much as I do. And like last weekend, I made the hillbilly champagne is how I refer to it. It's 7-Up or Sprite, and then I mix in with the box wine as I'm pouring my glasses. Gives it a little bubbly, a little something different.
Mm-hmm. A little something.
Yeah, and it makes me feel fancy.
You put your pinky up and everything?
I was just going to say that. Okay, but before we get to the Doll Island thing, I wanted to address something first. And that would be the negative comments. What? I feel as if I should ask a question right now, so I'm trying to something real quick. How do you feel about negative comments?
Well, I think it's like a little bit of give and take. On my page, Spiritual Voices, I've been getting a lot of negative talk. People calling me witches, people telling me that I'm a joke, people telling me I'm going to go to hell. And
we're here.
Pretty much. So my comment back to them is just love and light. Because the fact is, if you're taking the time to respond to something that was just an advertisement with hate, then really the issue's not me. It really lies with that person taking the time to make that comment, because it shows the negativity that lies in their heart, especially when they preach themselves as being Christians or from a different other religion. If they're taking the time to make a personal post that's hateful, then maybe they should reflect back on their religion and what they've been learning from it and what they need to do to repent.
Yeah, no, I know that's stuck in your head since that video. I totally agree with you with that, and of course we had discussion about that before this. So with that being said,
well, the PXL page is all about being open-minded and everybody being able to have a right to their own opinion and to talk about that opinion in a positive way, not to, that's what we embrace and how we embrace people, not, to have closed-minded people, spill hate.
Exactly. My God, I forgot. I was going to go off what you said. I can't remember what that was. The love and light. Yes. Love and light. But like I discussed beforehand, it was the fact that, okay, looking at that, to me, that wasn't, like Mary said, she's not the one with the issue. I'm not the one with the issue. He let us steal his energy. And that's something that we've talked about many, many times. And the main thing with just being a spiritual person or even being a strictly science person, it's don't let somebody else rent space in your head.
That's right.
I know I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm addressing this right now, but I do want to address it because I know so many paranormal crews out there go through this all the time. And it's even coming from other paranormal crews. So you're doing the same thing after the same answers or have the same hobby, but you're still attacking each other. And that's...
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't...
Yeah.
The negative, and I know there's negative in everything. However, I've never felt it as bad as I have since starting this in March.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very rare, and that's... I don't usually pay attention. Just because of the fact I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm not going to let it rent space in my head. I don't know. Something about... Okay. This is what got me going on this. I sponsored an ad for a Paranormal XL podcast to get it out there. I do that every so often. Mary does it too.
Yep.
So that way it kind of helps with our time. That way we don't got to keep posting and posting over and over. That type of thing. It's the whole algorithm thing. Anyhow, there was one on there. I'm not going to call out the name. I'm not going to do any of that. I did, however, delete it because it was negative, and that's not how I want to portray Paranormal XL. That's not how I want to come across at all. I don't care what religion you are, what country you come from. You can be a little green man from Mars. I'm going to love you all the same because you want to know what? Because we're all here together. This is our planet, our Earth, our universe.
That's right.
It's ours. How are we supposed to protect ours if we're fighting with each other?
Exactly. It's all about the collective whole. But, like I was saying before we started, really, we're both light workers in our own way, spreading a message. And so when you have people coming at you with hate, that comes from the darkness.
Right.
And it just means that your light is getting stronger. If people are coming out of the woodwork thinking they need to take you down, that's just the darkness working through their fear-based energy.
Right.
It saps into them and uses them as vessels to try to take a punch at you. So that's kind of where you're coming from, where don't let them in your head. Because then it gives them power over you. That gives the darkness power.
Right. Oh, for sure. And I refuse to let that happen. I got too much awesome stuff going on right now. We both do. Together we do.
Mm-hmm.
And in our separate lives we do. I've waited 37 years to get to where I am right now, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. And there's been haters along the way, and there always will be haters. And that's okay, because that does teach. It's a lesson. I firmly believe that it's a lesson. And with that guy, with his comment, it wasn't he didn't come off and swear or anything like that, but it did hurt a little bit because I put a lot of time and soul into what we do.
Energy.
We both do. And because we believe in it. And everybody should have something they believe in enough to put their whole into. Like my family, my home life does suffer for it. They're okay with it because I have a great support system, and you're in my family, so, you're included in that, and vice versa. I hope you feel the same way. The support system, I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have the awesome support system that I do. But that hate that he spit, and I think it was only like a sentence, and I know he was trying to get a reaction out of me. I was not going to give that to him. So my advice to crews out there, or anybody else, and I've followed other people's stories that are coming out with being spiritual and stuff, and their families turning their back on them. That's okay. We will be your family. I just want to say that. We will probably never meet. We may not even ever talk on Facebook, but we will be your family. There's like-minded people out there. I wouldn't take into anybody. I don't. It just makes me very, very sad that happened. I don't know why, and it's not that big of a deal, and I know it's not that big of a deal. I don't handle mean very well. Call me a crybaby, call me whatever you will. When it comes to somebody being mean or spitting hate, I don't know how to react to that because I am no part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I would never spit hate at anybody. I'm a protector of my family, of my children, of anybody and everybody I love, which would be the whole world and universe, because without the universe, I wouldn't have or be where I'm at. Like, people are so in their box. I'm getting all heated up.
Yeah.
They're so in their box that they can't see straight, you know? And then there's another, what I do love to see, though, let's end this conversation on a positive note, is the other gentleman that posted on there. We've been conversating back with him.
Yeah.
It was a conversation. Clearly, I don't believe that he agrees with paranormal or spiritual ways, which is fine, but how he's coming about it is great. That's exactly what we want. We're not going to try to bring you into our beliefs, because my beliefs are different than Mama Mary's.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever's watching this, your beliefs are different than mine. Whether it's something so small in our belief system that's different, it's still different, and that's okay. It's what fits our personal beliefs. Because even the everyday Christian that goes to school every Sunday, goes to church every Sunday, each one of them, they still see it differently. It's different to them.
Great. As long as it's feeding their soul and it makes them feel good at the end of the day. That's the whole point of faith, is to feel good about what you believe in.
Right, and I think because we believe that so firmly, that's why I'm taking this like as a hit, and I don't know why. I want to let it go. I don't let stuff get to me very often. I'm too busy for that, to let that negative in.
Well, that's what you call trolls. People who troll your page and try to, Okay,
well, first of all, he said stay off my page. I didn't get on your page. That was a paid advertisement, a sponsored advertisement. That's on your algorithm. Sorry. Something that you looked up before told Facebook it was okay to put it on there because you might be interested. It had nothing to do with Paranormal XL. It had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with Mama Mary. If you don't like it, keep scrolling. There's so much stuff that I should be offended or that I want to say. Family members,
It's just stuff.
Post stuff. Yeah. I don't agree with half of the political stuff that's put on, but I'm not going to sit there. I'm going to be like, oh, they're silly. Oh, I don't agree with that. I think that to myself, but I'm not going to take that time to put on.
Don't even look at it.
Keep scrolling. What in the heck? Seriously? Anyway, but hey, you know what? I do want to tell that guy thank you, because I was able to have this conversation. And to anybody out here experiencing the hate in the world that's coming toward you for something that you have passion in, don't listen. And if you are, it's all fear-based. That's what
it is.
Makes me look. I'm making a fist. It's because it's fear-based. I don't totally believe in everything Wiccan or everything pagan. I take some out of that, and I'll take some out of straight up, Catholic versions of things, Baptist. I was raised Baptist. Like, I went to Baptist church my whole life, all that. And I will say, this may get me hated on too, I don't know. We'll find out. Baptist, that's why I stuck with them even as, like, in my 20s, is because for being a Christian religion, they are open-minded. They don't preach hate. They don't preach you need to tell people to be, no. Or at least the church that I went to, the pastor was so kind and loving to everybody. Like, it was just spreading the light, spreading the love. If you know somebody that seems lost, bring them here. We'll welcome them. We'll show them love. But don't go out and preach to them like you did. No. And he's like, okay, I know every one of you MFers just sinned this week, and that's okay because we have to be out here living life. Like, he was real about it. And let's be real. We We sin all the time. If we were to take everything out of the Bible, we sin all the time. Because, okay, times have changed since that book was written. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Isn't it to be gluten? Or is it gluttony?
Gluttony.
Which is eating a lot, right? Am I wrong on that?
I have no idea.
May have to take that part out. There's parts in there where it's like, are you serious? Like, no.
Yeah, some of it's kind of silly.
Yeah, and things have to change over time. That's the only way we're going to grow. And that's the thing with the book. People refer to it as the book. And that's fine too. But with anything, you have to change. Because you all would be doomed to hell. Like, I don't care that you go and repent yourself. Those are just words. It's actions, people. Mm-hmm. Actions. That's why we are, at least Mama Mary and I, we take a little bit from everything that we've learned, changing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That works for us. That allows us to spread the love and light and take in and show these people that it's okay. It's okay to be different. I don't care that you don't agree with Paranormal XL, but you clearly didn't get in to look at what we're about. Like, then I would have let his stuff stay.
Yeah.
I would have let his comments stay. Because we do try to look at everything from all angles. We're both so open-minded. We know our own belief system, but we're both so open-minded that we'll listen to anybody.
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell you you're wrong. We're going to be like, oh, wow, that's great. We may even take notes on it and put it in some of our daily things, as we're constantly changing. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's all about growth.
I just want everybody to know, thank you for letting me go on my rant. It really helped, but I just want the other crews and other spiritual people that are listening and watching, know that it's okay. There's always going to be haters. Keep doing what you love. As small as what you may think it is, you're changing the world, and even if it's just yourself changing the world for yourself, that is okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just love everybody, and everybody should just love everybody. I'm going to flip this table. I'm really not, because there's wine up here.
Yeah.
And our other stuff.
We should get a little baby table and, flick it over.
Like one of those ones you get on the pizzas. Whenever we get mad. Well, like we said, if you see something on Facebook that you don't, just keep scrolling. Don't let it take your time. It's all right. Unless you have something constructive to say. Constructive doesn't always mean positive, but it means you may have a question, like the other feller that we talked about. He was just straight up asking questions. That's what we want, because that makes us open our minds more as well.
Yeah.
Not only is he learning, we're learning. And
exactly.
How I feel about it. And I firmly stand by our ending statement in the podcast, every episode, don't yuck someone else's yum.
Ever.
And that's why. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their belief system is. And that's because you are not them. We're allowed to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And research before you attack. I'm just saying. Research so you can back it up. Yeah.
That's right.
That's it on that. So thank you for letting me vent and rant. So, ready to get started?
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Doll Island. Like I said, I can't believe Mama Mary. I was like, so what do you want to do next week?
It's so creepy.
She's like, Doll Island. I'm like, what in the... What? Doll Island?
So creepy.
Yeah.
It really is. You just the pictures. Just looking at
Yeah, they're fun. Just look at it. Will you just look at it? It made me laugh a little because she hates dolls. Like, hates them. So what made you want to do this episode? This is funny.
The girls made me watch the Ghost Adventures on it. And I was like, oh, that's so creepy. Oh, but I thought it'd be a good
fun one.
Good fun one to talk about. A good story.
So we could all watch her face.
So creepy.
It's going to be great. She's going to be like, oh, I'm so scared. Turn the lights off. Oh, it's a freaking
really
doll. It is. To go there. It's one of those things, though, that the urban legend makes it so creepy. Yeah.
Well, like the whole video itself with the Ghost Adventures, it creeps me out because which doll does he bring with him? Is it the David doll? Which one? It's the haunted doll that he has
Oh.
in his museum, and he brings that
I was
with
there.
him. And like before he takes the doll out, the medium like warns him, like not to, because they go see a medium first. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, no. And like he's taking, there he is. They're all standing in a dark room, and he's all serious, and he's all dark, and we're gonna open this case. And he opens the case, and he's like, ah! And you're like, oh. But no.
That's so
Don't take a haunted doll to a haunted doll island. No, he could have met a girlfriend there. But then all of a sudden he's pissed because he can't take the girlfriend home. She's got to stay on the island.
Are you talking about
The doll itself.
Oh, the doll?
Then he's gonna curse you.
Robert the doll. I don't
There
think he
you
has
go.
that in his possession.
He had one of
The dolls. I know
we've
he's
seen.
got it like 2 or 3. At least when I was there, I have a feeling just from looking back on the webpage and stuff that he changes out his items because when I was there, Robert was not there. When we did the episode on oppression or possession, Robert was located somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was the doll. I can't remember the exact name.
Now he did have a few there. There was a doll there that had her own room. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. But she was locked in a case. They had a spirit box in there with her.
Oh.
So I went in there and people are asking it ridiculous questions and I just kept my mouth shut. So I'm like, because it was just so cool to see some of these items that we had covered in that particular episode. That was really neat. But Robert was not there, at least when I was there. It would have been cool. Maybe he got Robert and took with him just for that. I don't know, but I don't
Maybe.
necessarily know why he need to take a doll to talk to a doll. If there's spirits inside, the spirit's going to communicate with
He
you.
just,
if it
yeah,
wants to.
I think he was like looking to see if he could get like activity because of it.
Oh, Mr. Zach Baggins. It's a good
No.
thing you're handsome. I'm just saying. He's
Yeah.
nerdy cute, and I'm just saying that's...
He's kind of a good nerdy cute.
Uh-huh. That's exactly... To me, that's what he is, nerdy cute.
He's like a sexy nerd.
Yeah. Just like Spencer on Criminal Minds. So there's
Yeah.
Spencer and Morgan. Morgan's like, he's just hot,
I had
all
a
right?
dream
But
about him once.
Morgan?
He came to me. And he
I might need a minute.
he came to me in my dream.
Yeah.
And the guy from Thor. And I was in my bedroom and I'm like, what are you two hot guys doing in my room? And they said, well, we're aliens, so we're here to warn you that the aliens are coming to Earth, but they're friendly aliens. And I said, so all the hot people are aliens? And they're like, pretty much. And I woke up.
That's all right. I'm all right with
True story.
that. I would let Thor and Morgan in my room, I'd let them in anywhere.
Even if they were aliens?
Uh-huh. As long as they look like that, I don't care. I love everybody. Did you not hear me in my
I heard
rant?
you, yes.
She's like, yeah, I freaking heard you. I love everybody. Love everybody. So that's what got you kind of intrigued and was like, we should probably talk about this on the podcast. It'd be a fun one, right?
It would. And it was. It was just, it was creepy looking at all the dolls and, you know, listening to the story of how it all started.
I need to watch. I didn't watch that episode. I do not watch a lot of Mr. Zach Baggins. On occasion, I do. I don't want to say I'm a fan, but I am because I do find him intriguing. However, on my own personal thought, does not have to be yours. It's Hollywood. And that's exactly what it was.
Yep,
is.
they have
so like
to,
at the beginning versus where he is
make it more
now.
dramatic.
Yeah, he was more realistic before. Some people would call him a sellout. I've seen people refer to him as that, and that's okay. I don't care who you are. If somebody comes and offers you money to do what you love,
Yeah, that's
you're
not
gonna take it. Come on.
That's not a
I'm
sellout.
just
That's a
saying.
businessman.
Yes, and he's doing what he's told to do, and he does a good job. It doesn't matter if you don't like him or not. Because that's still publicity,
That's true.
and publicity is publicity, and I can't believe I just said that like 3 times in a row, and I don't think I messed it up.
Oh, you did. It's a good thing because that could come close to another word. So good job.
Yeah, right. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna get myself on the back for that. Yeah, I'm a fan of him personally. I think just to watch him from the beginning until where he is now and what he has, it's amazing. And I do love that he's not a complete sellout because clearly, you know,
He's still doing what he loves.
right, but he's sharing that with having the museum, you know, and stuff like that. The museum, that was just so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was $45. Like, that might be a lot to some people, but for anything that's out that you got to pay to go see in Vegas, that's nothing. And all the cool stuff you get to see, and then you get a memory, you get a story behind it. Like, it's just great, and they do a phenomenal job explaining everything. You get different tour guides depending on the area, so you're not missing out on anything. You know,
That's
it's
cool.
cutting it short.
Yeah,
It's great. Mr. Zach Baggins and the Island of Dolls. He has a lot of dolls, just like that doll room, and had that real live little person come out and scare the shit out of me. Give me your teeth. No! They're my teeth. Scared the shit out of me. I'm all like, cool room, and then she, give me your teeth. And I'm like, what that? And I look down. She comes running
It'd
out.
be funny if you had dentures and you actually got them out and gave them to her.
She said real teeth. Somebody asked that. She's like, so, somebody was like, do you want real teeth? And they're like, and she was like, yeah, they gotta be real. So they were like, oh, I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but it was creepy. They did a good job. Anyway, and actually, since we're talking about the Zach Baggins thing, I do have, the only thing that I brought back from Vegas was, which Mama Mary has the other one, I call it my Zach Baggins Sage. This is for when I find a demon and we need to cleanse it, okay? This is the only thing besides my Zach Baggins Haunted Museum pin that I brought back from Vegas. This is no lie. Out of all the things I could have brought back,
Well,
there was so much cool stuff out in Vegas. None of that appealed to me. I was like, this is the reason I came out here. This is what I'm getting. I didn't even bring my kids back anything. Mom! I'm like, I couldn't fit it in my bag. Like, like Zach Baggins would have came back with me if he was there. I'm just saying, because he would have. I'm going to end up on an episode of the True Crime XL if I don't shut up. Okay, anyway, back to the Doll Island and Zach Baggins, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Baggins.
Yeah, thank you. No, the girls like watching that show, so just watching the show in general, it's like, oh, that's kind of creepy. It really is.
Yeah, they definitely do a good job.
They do. And there's the backstory to it, where Don Julian?
Yeah.
He moves there, and the basic story is he finds a little girl in like a creek, and she's dead, and so that kind of devastates him. And then in a couple of days after that, a doll washes to the shore in the same area, and so to please the spirit of the little girl, he hangs the doll.
Yes.
And then feels like that's not enough to appease her, hangs another doll, and then
so on and so forth.
He continues to do more. So for some reason, he has some obsession with the little girl, and I'm not sure.
Right. What I read is because he couldn't save her, and that hit him really hard. And this is, if you can see, this is a picture of him, what he looked like. Now, they did end up finding him passed away in the same spot that he was supposedly found the girl.
Yeah, like 2001 from like a heart attack, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in the same spot that he found the girl. Now, however, where's this girl's body?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, nobody, it wasn't a missing person or nothing. I'm just saying, and that's where the legend comes in. I think a lot of this got played in. He may have thought that, but why was he on an island by himself?
I know.
Didn't he have any family? I mean, he may not have, and that's okay.
I think he did. He left his wife.
Oh.
Yeah, he left his wife and his family and sequestered himself on this island for whatever reason. And maybe, and this is just, stipulation, maybe, because I couldn't find a whole lot of history on the family itself, so maybe they had a little girl and she passed away.
And that was his way with dealing.
And the story is he found that body.
Right.
And instead, really, it was somebody close to him that he was trying to appease.
And see,
appease his own demons.
Right. And see, that makes more sense to me than
just,
what they did here. But who doesn't love a good urban legend? Like, you all know that I love them. I love doing stories on them. Pretty much all the videos that we have put out on YouTube are from urban legends. I thoroughly enjoy doing that. Now, you can go out there they have opened it up. It's a tourist attraction, which kind of sucks when I looked into the story of this, because, and then we put, that's what we do, we put a scary edge on it, and that's not what he was intending to do.
Yeah.
It was to show respect to the little girl's spirit that he thought was still around. So that's what he was doing. He was trying to show respect. And then, of course, now, okay, we got all these scary stories, ghost stories that go along with it. So now people fear it and people go there. But it was more of a, to me, like a celebration of her life. He was trying to
appease her spirit. And then, the saying is, well, they have like, what, over 1,500 now dolls that are on that island.
Yeah, because now people bring them over.
They do, and they hang them up, and they say that's where the hauntedness comes from, is all the different energies that are being brought to the island.
That would make sense. If I totally believed in that. Now, I know there's stories of people visiting where they know they can hear the dolls chattering back and forth. They can see the dolls moving. I mean, there's like an ungodly amount of stories that go with it. I don't know. Would I like to see it to say that I did? Yep, but I don't want to be on a boat that long, because the main, it's just south of Mexico City. What I read is the main tour boats that go through like the canals and stuff, the main ones don't stop there. So if you go there and want to visit that island, you have to ask them which boats go there. And it can be anywhere from, like, I think they said a 2-hour to a whatever, depending on what kind of boat that you take there.
Wow, really?
So, and then on the one site, it said it was like $15 US money to go there per hour. So you need to make sure that you get all that figured out. I don't know. I could be wrong. This is just from the research that I did. So if any of our listeners or watchers have been there and know this, let us know, just so we can correct ourselves if I'm wrong. But that is what I've seen. It's $15 an hour, or average. Every place charges different to go over there. But I don't know. I think it's crazy. I don't
think it's somewhere
story.
I would go personally myself, but it is a fun story.
I don't think you'd go there either.
No.
I think it'd be sweet to go there at nighttime and like look at these scary dolls with flashlights. I think that'd be awesome. So you wouldn't go there?
I probably wouldn't. No, I'd pass it up.
No?
I wouldn't.
What if I was like, Mom, somebody offered us a free trip to Doll Island. Let's go.
I don't know.
Would you just do this the whole time? I'd bring lots of boxes of wine, because we can't drink the water down there.
I'd be okay. I would do it with wine.
Oh, for sure.
Like little backpack carriers. So you
yeah,
can suck from the straws.
Purses and their hats.
Little angel wings.
Oh, we're too much. We're too much. I can't even handle us. Oh, goodness. So with that being said, I think I have a hard time seeing the camera from this far. I'm not for sure how well you can see all the pictures, but at least Mama can see the pictures. I haven't showed her the full video yet, so. Some of them I kind of had fun with, and then there's like this noise that came in with it. And it scared me the first time that I watched it back. I was like looking at my outlets because I thought there was like going to start a fire. So I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh yeah. But this also means how easy it is for somebody to change a picture. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I didn't even know my computer had it. This thing, or these fun things to do with pictures. I was like, oh. Well, we can start from the beginning if you want.
Sure.
That makes it fun. Let me see our main picture here. There. Yay. Sorry, listeners. I should have put music in. That would have been fun.
Well, yeah. Oh, creepy.
Mm-hmm. That right there scared me. Oh, they're kind of big on the TV, so they're kind of distorted a little, but you can still get the gist.
Oh, that was so scary.
Oh, look at those babies. She needs to pull up her coat.
Inappropriate.
You wash
Yeah,
your face.
Kind of creepy. Oh.
Now, I do believe the first doll he put out, they have that on a special display. That one,
That one's creepy.
Yeah, creepy. That was the end.
The end.
The end. I thought Destiny put it so it kept playing, but that's alright. But that's all I had time to put together, really. But, yeah. So you wouldn't go there.
I don't think I would. I don't know. It's kind of creepy. Like, can you imagine what the energy feels like from all those dolls?
You know, with what you said, with what they say, that the energy is coming from people dropping off the dolls. Maybe people are already taken. Now, would the doll be possessed, or would that be possession or oppression?
A doll, I would say that would be possessed. Because oppression is sort of like putting your energy onto something else. Like, you know, where if there was an evil entity that was trying to eventually possess something, it would tear down your energy first, which is oppression.
Okay.
You know, they would, the second vampire type thing, which will sap your energies till you're weak enough where they could fully possess it. So if a doll is possessed, it would be possessed.
But with a possession, the doll could actually move.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, but an oppression.
That's more of something trying to take your energy. Trying to control your energy until it completely possesses it.
It's like a demon would be. Having a demon attach itself to you would be an oppression.
Exactly. Because it's not fully controlling you yet.
So having Zach Baggins. I'm kidding.
Oh, she's not. I'm not.
I'm so not. I don't know if the camera can pick us up because I don't have them. I don't know how to do all that stuff. So if anybody wants to be like our producer for free, we will offer. What's that called when people do stuff for free just for a learning experience?
Apprentice.
Yeah. We are taking applications for apprentices. Hey, you never know. You never know.
You should have told me. I had my little tiny mic that would have recorded it.
Oh yeah.
It hooks into the phone.
Yeah,
You could have put it right up here.
Yeah.
It has a little stand.
Next time, see, learning
Yeah,
experience. See, because
Baby
before when
steps.
we did it, it picked it up fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
With the phone, I have the camcorder. I was going to use that as well. And I decided no. I don't know why I decided no. I just did. There's just too much. Too many wires. Too many.
Too much shiznit.
Yeah, it is too much shiznit. You stay there. Because I'm going to need you to turn it off when we're done. And however, listeners, you will be listening to the complete edited version. So, if you want to see the fun version and see us talking with our hands and seeing the fun video and all that fun jazz, watch the video to be on YouTube, which I'll share from YouTube to Facebook and so on and so forth.
Nice.
Hey, I'm not ready to be done yet. I'm having a good time. We've only been recording for like 38 minutes.
That's all right.
Let's show the peeps. Hey peeps. This is what happens when we drink box wine. Let's show them how this works. You want to explain this?
The singing bowl?
Yeah. This is fun. We're all learning.
Well, it's a Tibetan singing bowl. And basically what it does is it cleans out the energy and it also raises your vibration. I've never done one so tiny. That's what she said.
You gave this to Destiny.
I know. Here, let's try putting it right here.
Okay, off that. That is so cool. Do you want to see something else cool? Hold on, I'll show you. I don't know if I can do it, but we used to do this for fun. It's all right. It's clean because there's alcohol in there. Clearly there's alcohol in there. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Des, you might have to come be on the video. Oh, she used to do it so good and we got it going one time.
That's something I've never been able to do.
Dad! It's starting. You hear it slightly.
I can hear it now.
Am I going too fast?
Do you want me to do it?
I got it.
There you go. The sinking glass.
Go ahead, Des. That's my daughter's arm. It's working. Sweet.
The window. There you go. It's wine. It's not water. It doesn't work. Wait, do I leave now? I'm leaving. That's weird. You look demonic.
No, just depressed.
That's why it's working. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. That was fun. Do I really? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's got alcohol in it. Cleaned
We're
everything out. So yes, this is a singing bowl. Destiny actually really likes these. She does that. And then she lets me have it out here sometimes and we do it. When I'm
they come in
secretly
all.
learning
They
things.
They come in all sizes, and then you have the white ones that are a little bit bigger, and they're for the chakras.
Oh.
They're really expensive, but there are certain sizes for each of the chakras. So when you're doing a healing session, you can do those bowls, and it puts off a certain vibration for that chakra to clear it out and heal it. One day I'd like to be able to afford to get a whole set, but they can get pretty expensive.
Now, do you have to buy them all in a set, or can you buy them
but
separately?
you can buy them separately.
And they're white?
Yep, those are usually white.
Huh.
I'll find some pictures for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I also want to get a hang drum. Have you ever listened to hang drum music?
No.
I love it.
I don't even know what it is. You see me, I'm like, I knew what it was.
They're expensive. They're like $500 for a hang drum.
Oh, heck. Can we make one? I'm all about crafty and
think
building
so.
things. No?
Probably, in some shape or form, but I like the sound of them.
Can you look one up? I just want to know.
I'd like to learn how to play them.
I think maybe we could find one at one of these shows that we're going to be at.
Might.
Because we're going to be all over this year. That's great. This is so great.
These are hang drums. I'll find some hang drum music.
Oh, good one. That is weird. It looks like a UFO. I'm not even
does.
gonna lie.
It looks like
here,
an
I'll
alien
put it
spaceship.
on the screen here. More like that. Hang drum. Well, this one's $645.
I know, some of them are extremely expensive.
Oh, hold on. Let me get back to my microphone, but I was going to try to make it bigger. I don't know if you can see this on the video. I know you can't see it on the audio, but...
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like an alien spaceship, and then each of those parts that you hit, it gives you off a certain tune. Let's see if I can find a...
Yeah, definitely.
Do this one. I don't know if it's picking it up.
So, okay, what would be the purpose of having one of those?
Drumming is actually a very spiritual thing anyway.
So what you're telling me is Hayden is spiritual?
Well, in a sense, like, it's a really great thing to do when there's a full moon and you get a full circle of just, you know, beating on the drums. It's a release of energy, but it also raises your vibration. It kind of takes you in transcendence and like to a different spiritual level.
Huh.
You know, it's kind of like a spiritual awakening type thing.
Interesting.
But if you ever like research like drum circles, I don't know if I've ever seen a hang drum in a drum circle, but I'd really like to learn how to play one. I could see someone getting lost and just playing it.
Oh yeah, it sounds beautiful. I love music and I love just instrumental music. To me, you know those, I bet Dad can make you one of those because you want to know what that looks like? The top of one of those old grills.
Oh, yeah.
That like the black grills. You show Dad a picture and he'll make you one. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He would find a way.
I'm gonna get you
some. I was gonna say that's mine.
I know. Whoa, whole thing's gonna go over. All right. Wow, that's so cool. That is so cool. I see.
I'm gonna get me one.
Every day's just learning.
Just
learning. I just love it.
There's a lot of different tools that you can use to speak in a spiritual way. You don't necessarily have to do it like, you know, be a reader but you could be an artist. You could play, you know, an instrument. There's all sorts of things to bring out that feeling and raise that vibration.
Huh. I have no talent whatsoever. I dabble in things, but I've never found anything that just comes to me so natural.
But you're a creator. You're always doing projects.
I love creating things.
I'm
not saying I'm good at it, but I love creating things. I love creating. What the hell is this? Oh, my studio. I love creating. I do love creating things. I got I actually own like 4 sewing machines, 2 over there that me and Destiny use. I do love to create things. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm awesome. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're a creator.
I do love to create things. And I did teach my daughter how to sew. And one of her friends was over one time and they were like, "A what now?" I'm like, "Do you know how to sew?" "Well, why would I know how to do that?" And I'm like, "Oh man, the feeling of being able to create something is absolutely amazing." I've made our blankets that we use on our beds. Yeah, I have a shit ton of bought-in blankets because, well, I love blankets. But to know that I made something and my energy went into that, like, I don't know, to me it makes it look so beautiful. That's why I love Destiny. Different. You know, she's drawing and painting. Like, that's what she's doing right now, but that's what she does all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's creating something. And for people to create things, no matter what it is, music, I create all sorts of weird shit when I'm sewing. Aprons. I love making aprons. I'm not even gonna lie.
You make really cute aprons.
I'm on the path, and I do have the material and stuff to make some witchy aprons, as I would like to refer to them as. So like you can hold like your essential oils, your sage in, your crystals in, that type of thing.
Oh yeah.
I am, however, going to make myself an investigating apron. So I can have like my flashlights, my cameras and everything. That way I'm not like having to go back to the station, as we refer to it as, and, you know, change out things because I only have 2 hands. But you're right. We're awesome.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what else we got up here. Hey, when's the last? You want to use my cards and give me a reading? Are you okay with that?
I can try.
Okay. This will be fun, guys, and especially for I may cut this part out of the podcast.
I have my own cards, too.
Oh, do you? You want to use yours? I don't care either way. I think mine have been used by me 2 times.
Yeah, I just have to find where I put my
Oh, do you need out of the studio?
I do.
There's
think
a
I do.
password. What is that? Which bitches? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Is this the angel cards?
It is the ones that I actually got from your shop.
Yeah, I used to.
They
use
called
those all the time.
They called to me and I was like, I need those. Oh my god! Funny story before you go out there. My mom, I had all this stuff with me when we had that interview last week. She's like, she's looking through the deck. She's like, well, can I touch them? I was like, oh, you have learned things from me. I said, you always ask to touch things. And so she's like looking through and she's like, there's no death card. Why isn't there a death card? I said, because this is a nice set. I said, you know me. And I said, Mom, she's like, good, because that's a scary one. I said, it doesn't mean what you think it means. I said, I thought the same thing until Mary gave me my first card reading. And I was like, and then, no, it could be the death of a bad habit. It could be the death of, you know, any of those things.
Well, yeah, it's sometimes the symbolism, not the word itself.
Right.
All right. And I'm back.
And I'm back.
Is it sad that I carry my card everywhere with me?
No, I don't know. I think you should. I've been debating it, even though I did learn how to give card readings.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I told my mom I'd give her one. No. So I'm like, okay. And like Destiny, and it's just something I like to, I don't want to say play around with, because you don't necessarily want to play around with it, because it is learning. If you are in your spiritual journey, it's learning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all about learning new
Well,
things and how to do it.
It's a good way to find guidance.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
all sorts of different cards out there. These are just the
Mhm.
ones, you know, my mom took me to my first psychic fair when I was 16, and this, it's not the very same deck, but it's the first deck that I bought. And
Okay.
when I decided, when your dad, you know, pushed me into getting into doing readings again, I decided to buy a new deck, and this was the first deck that popped up.
Okay.
So I got it, and these are the ones I
got it.
connect with, and
That's how I felt, because these were at your shop for a while,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you remember, but always looking through the stuff, because I'm always looking for a reason to spend money. And I miss that shop. I'm not even going to lie. Because that's like when Sean and I first got together, and like, remember him riding his bike down a couple times
Yeah.
and stuff, and we
Yeah,
did things
that's
down
cute.
there, just to, you know,
to see what we're doing.
yeah.
Well, by next Saturday, I'll be in my new shop.
Oh my god! Are you
I know.
serious?
It'll be right across
Yay!
right across from where I am now, Creative Designs. They're going to move into their front shop,
Okay,
and then I'll have my own separate door
yeah.
where you can come into the side of the building and come into my office. And
So
it's
come
it's
into my
bigger, and it's all
office.
painted. The floor is beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait. We? Because I don't think of us as separate individuals. We're like one. So,
Yep. So
are we going to have like a grand opening?
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Oh my god, are you
I
serious?
thought we could do like a grand recording type thing.
I was just,
Is it-
you guys can't know this yet. Hold on, I'm going to take notes.
And I, because it's a nice big space and everything's, it's so clean and it's so nice.
That would be great to do like a little live there in oh, that would be just
Get
great.
people sitting in front of us.
Yeah, and doing what we're doing now.
I
And
know.
having a good time. And of course,
It'll be
you
fun.
giving some readings, maybe bringing some new clients and stuff. It'd be great. So, any if you guys are interested, email us at paranormalxl@writeme.com. I'd be a great talk show host.
You would.
And I'm supposed to cut this,
Yep, cut
right?
it however you like. With your left hand.
Oh, that's weird. Really? Is it supposed to be
Yep.
this way? See, I'm always learning. Learning. That's what I do. And then I pile them back up, right?
Yep, however you like.
Thanks. This is a pretty deck.
I do like it.
It's very adulty. I don't know why
Yeah,
I feel
it's
that way.
not
but-
overly spiritual. It's a very
Oh, I'm like this one. Aww. Oh, this is the card I just pulled up from mine. Can you guys see it? I can't hear you. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, this is actually kind of like kind of the core center of you right now. What's on your mind, and it's really kind of trying to scout out different information.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
We got the 4 card, which is a spiritual. When you get the number 4, that means like it's a spiritual lesson. So that's the lesson you're going through right now, is scouting out new information.
I am.
And finding like a lot of stuff's going to change.
It is.
Right now, I'm in my Venus return, which means astrologically, Venus is where it was right now, not only 2 years ago, but where it was when I was born.
Okay.
So I have to look back to like my goddess stuff of what I was doing exactly 2 years ago, and that was starting the new shop.
Yes.
So everything's cycling right now, and it's going to the next level for me.
Wait, I just thought of something. The whole 3 things. I love things in 3. I always have. This is your 3rd place. So this is it.
Exactly.
I'm not saying this is it, but this is probably
where everything progresses.
where you're gonna.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yay!
And so, like, it's sort of like the same thing for you. You're scouting out that new information.
I am. It's exhausting.
It's like everybody's getting ready to take their places in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Ever think about the Game of Thrones and like the spiritual warfare type thing? Everybody's taking their places. Okay.
I'm ready for the big change.
And that's why you're getting that negative feedback. It's from the people who are trying to fight back, who want to spread the negativity versus that positivity.
The love. Spread the love.
And really, too, to go back to this, we have the 4 card here, the 4 card here, and that's the 8. So we're getting ready to come into the culmination of it all. Okay? It's finishing off that lesson, and we're going to the next stage. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And so these are all lessons in your past that are going to lead to your central situation right now. Okay? And
I love to dance.
there's been lots of like trying to forming relationships and trying to make the connections, but always kind of feeling like you're falling short, where the connections you make, they don't make the same connections with you. And it's kind of left you, it's sort of like when you're getting your information now, it's taught you to be more careful about the information that you bring in and start believing in yourself more. Sitting in silence and having faith more of your own energy than listening to what everybody else wants you to do for yourself. It's that moving forward. Yeah. And this is like the center of you of not doing that same old dance over and over again, and finally cultivating what you want and doing what you feel is right. What you feel, not so much what people tell you to do, but what feels right to you.
Being myself.
Yes.
Do I need a bigger table?
No, you're all right. Now this is kind of like your future.
Ooh.
And this is a card of somebody, if you can see it. It's like a woman who is facing the side, and she's getting ready to cut her hair. There's situations that haven't been completely put behind you, and it kind of makes you go back and forth with what you want to do and how you want to do it. But the true message is that you are a warrior woman. And so having love and faith in yourself is what's going to get you forward, because there is another card just like this one, except for the woman's facing you and she's completely cutting her hair off and you can see all the storm behind her. So it's kind of like you're almost there, but it's fighting off the demons of this. This is going to be your next lesson, is finding out the information that you believe in and shutting out the information that people tell you have to believe in, so you can quit doing that same dance and start cultivating and finally quit going back and forth with your decision making and completely put all that behind you and move forward to what you want to do with nobody else's opinion mattering at all.
But I need your opinion to matter. I'm just saying, because you're kind of my partner. You're 50% of PXL.
Well, yeah.
So
this is more like outside people, of what they think you should be doing and how you should be doing it.
Yeah, screw them, because I am to that point, because I know that I've worked hard for this, and the people that matter the most to me support me, and that's why I'm able to keep going forward. Mm-hmm. Like if those, and my circle is small, and my circle is family, like, and that's okay with me. Not my whole family, my close family. Yes.
Go ahead and hand me those cards over there.
Well, what's my past?
The past is like
I try not to remember.
the things that like hang you up. All right, is getting into relationships and allowing them to steal your energy, which left you broken, where you kind of lost yourself, who you were, trying to be what they wanted you to be, what they expected you to be, until finally you just didn't want to be with them anymore at all because you had changed so much that you didn't know who you were. It's like you knew who you were, but you were tired of having to be this certain person to fit their image.
Word, that's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
And I'm going to tell that to all you viewers right now because that is exhausting. Be you. Love you. What you're doing is okay. Like, as long as you're not harming yourself or anybody else, you are okay because harming yourself or anybody else, there's no reason for any of that.
Just be happy.
Yes. Yeah.
We are here to be happy.
And you can go to bed at night and you can close your eyes and feel good about your day because you did what fulfilled your needs or wants. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, so many people, even myself included, like, I bought these red shoes.
Sorry, I started the music.
Oh, can I move these or do you want these here? Sorry, got sidetracked, guys. Sorry.
Okay. So, for the here and now, pay attention to the dreams that are coming in.
Oh, I don't want to.
Because there's going to be messages in there somewhere, and there's something you need to take care of health-wise. Okay?
Oh, we're going to throw that one out. Can I get a new one?
But for your past, take that past energy and make a wish of what you want, because in the future, you're going to find that you can manifest whatever you want. So what you really wish from your past is to not allow anybody to change you ever again. And because of that wish, you're going to be able to, you got to always have gratitude for what you have.
Always.
Follow your dreams, take care of yourself, and you're going to find by balancing all of that emotion, you're going to be able to manifest whatever you want. You're going to be able to manifest the idea of moving forward as that warrior woman, as that diva. Nobody can touch your shit.
That's right.
When you're in your own balance, nobody can take your power ever.
So I'll flip a table on a mofo. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Oh, we can't forget about that video. I really hope that comes in. I may have to call Des back out here so she can move the camera closer so you guys can see.
That's funny.
So I want to do as less editing as I can so we can get this out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. So that was kind of a good reading.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
So good things are coming is what you're telling me.
Well, yeah.
Good.
That's where you're at, like, energetically, in order to heal. Because we're always healing something from our past.
Well, yeah, I'll agree to that. My dreams
that's what sticks
have been
with you the
so
most.
messed up lately.
Mine happened too.
There's a lot of times where I'm like, I don't even know if I dream. I'm like, whatever. These I don't know, like the last week, I probably had 3 or 4 dreams that I'm like, ugh, why are they coming up in my dream? Like, it's so, like, almost real. And I'm like, oh, why? Oh, no. You're from my past. I don't want you, like, why are you still here?
Mm-hmm.
Type of thing.
Well, that's just pay attention to your dreams, because there's an aspect to that relationship that needs to be healed. And so I'm almost betting that it's the universe's way and your guide's way of showing you that pay attention to those dreams, because issues like that are going to come up. That way you can karmically heal them and take care of them.
Makes sense.
It does. And that's the astrological part, is everything's a cycle. So everything's like a 7-year cycle. So if there's things that you didn't finish through, where you need to close it. You need to close out the deal, so to speak. Maybe not necessarily with that person, but in some shape or form, and the universe will bring you ways to close that deal.
Okay.
Be smart enough to see it and close that deal and move forward out of that karmic lesson. That's why I say
I want to
pay attention to your dreams, because if you can balance that out, you can manifest anything.
Yeah, I really like these two. Just saying, because he's got abs and she's got angel wings, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Wow. And I try to show appreciation as much as I can, because, like, oh man, I am so thankful for everything that it'll be a year in March. And I do want to try to plan something like amazing for March for all 4 episodes, you know, for the month of March. So if you guys have any ideas, let us know. And let us know. We'll take it. We'll try to make it happen, whatever. Because I am so thankful how much Paranormal XL podcast has grown. The crew has grown.
Mm-hmm.
We had an interview last week with
the Grand Rapids Ghost Hunters.
Yes, Grand Rapids Ghost Hunters. And they're also a video podcast. But that was one thing I mentioned on there, is that like everybody in our crew, through the crew itself, has grown. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, we got them a couple months after. We put together the crew a couple months after we started the podcast. But each one of them has grown so much too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's so awesome that, like, that's okay. So, like, if the crew ever decides to go its own ways, I'm okay with that, because everybody started with us. Like, we got to do something amazing.
Yeah, the whole point's about the growth.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's essentially what I wanted. And they all have grown, whether it be spiritually, just in life in general. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's great. Awesome things have happened for everybody in our paranormal circle. I don't know. I'm just so happy for them and happy for us. And like, I don't know. I know I set intentions personally ahead of time before doing all this. Okay, you know, because I do, not that it's so much, I wouldn't say praying to God, but maybe praying to the universe or talking to the universe. I don't know. The word praying scares me sometimes. Sometimes I just want to talk to the universe.
Well, yeah.
I'm freaking nuts. I know that's what this helps me sleep at night, or just mentally saying things to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what I'm doing. And whoever hears, that's awesome. But I remember starting at the beginning in March, and this is exactly where I wanted to be. I said, okay, we're going to see where we're at in a year. And it's amazing. We still got like 2 months to go.
I know.
Like, and I know after the 1 year mark, we have so many awesome things lined up for us, and where we're at is, I never would have imagined.
I know, it is kind of cool.
And,
Yes.
you know, we're doing our side things. And if you guys haven't listened yet, listen to,
The Spiritual Voices Guided Meditations podcast.
yes, because she's got her sexy voice on it. And if sex phone was still a thing, it'd be 1-800 call Mama Mary for a
I'd be
good
taking
time.
it.
Hell yeah.
I'd be a high roller.
Hell yeah. We'd be making it rain. Be a great old time.
There you go.
I love it. And then in March at Paranormal XL anniversary, I will be launching True Crime XL. That will be launched. We're aiming for it, because this is just awesome, because in March there's a Friday the 13th, so that's when we're going to launch that. I would like to have you on there sometime, and we'll
That'd be
kind
cool.
of do what we do here,
Mm-hmm.
but in a true crime sense. And I'll try to find us like a sweet paranormal-ish true crime one, which we have done on
Mhm.
Paranormal XL. I am really excited about that. That has taken a lot of time, because we've been trying to bank up some episodes so it does not interfere with Paranormal XL, because Paranormal XL is my baby and will forever be my baby, our baby. That's where it all started.
Mm-hmm.
That was our first idea, and we ran with it, and we got ourselves some microphones, and here we are. I really hope people are still watching. But with all that being said, you have anything else to add? I mean, we're all over the place today. I know it was supposed to be on Dow Island. That's not Dow Island.
Well, we covered Dow Island.
We did.
We just kind of covered everything else, too. Just fine.
We did. I'm just really happy about the card reading. That was pretty awesome.
See?
I'm all about getting card readings. So, okay, let's give some people, try to give them some advice, since I'm the question asker and you're the answerer. I'm not even sure that's a thing. What if somebody wanted to start, you know, they're in their spiritual awakening time, okay? And they wanted to start, let's say, with card reading, because that's where you essentially start, right? If you become a medium or something, you got your levels, right?
I would just, go to eBay or Amazon or even a metaphysical store and look at the cards and get the ones that appeal to you the most. And you're going to start out reading the book. Eventually you start gaining your own idea of what they mean to you.
That makes sense. I think we talked about that in the last one, I think, because you're like, I'm not gonna memorize because there's a lot of cards. Like, this is my deck right here, and this is the one that called out to me from Mama Mary. The box is up there. It's the angel deck, right?
Yep, the indigo angel.
Yeah, indigo angel, because that's me. I'm just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. Is that a thing?
Yes.
We'll just make it a thing. But this was my set, and I remember going to her first shop, and I looked at them a few times, and she had a few different sets there for sale, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna get these, and they're all very sweet cards. Like I said, there isn't a death card, but with that being said, if you ever go get a reading and a death card comes out, it doesn't mean what you think it does.
No, it's really all about positive change, letting go of the old patterns that hold you back. But like these, the cards as I read them, they probably mean a whole lot. If I was to look up the meaning, they probably do mean a whole lot of different things than when I say them. I just kind of go with what
let's say
I connect with.
Because you said like my past relationships. Okay, the 3 cards I got, 7, 2, and 4 are the numbers. But the 7 is Trail of Tears. Number 2 is Union. Number 4 is the Silence. So, to me, yes, these are your cards, but they were read to me. The Trail of Tears, clearly, because they were all jerks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Most of my relationships I've been through a lot. It is what it is. I'm not going to lie. A lot of them did end in tears, and it wasn't so much bad tears either. Because a lot of times it was me knowing that they deserve different from what I could give them. And I'm okay with that. But I had to realize that, so I let them go. But I cried because I did care for them.
Yeah.
Right there's my Trail of Tears. Union, clearly relationship to me. That's what union would mean. The Silence is, I've held it in. I don't know. To me, that's what they mean. That's what you're talking about, right? Where you would look at the cards and be like, okay, that's what that means to me. Right. Yep. Right. Aw. Speaking of which, can I tell you a personal story and everybody else out there? Because I know he doesn't watch. My ex-husband, Matthew, him and his wife, we did not have a bad divorce at all. I wished him all the best. And one thing I've said through our whole marriage and the whole time knowing him, that you're going to have a little girl. She's going to have dark hair. Like, I knew this. And there was a time that we went to Ethan's Christmas concert. And he was probably like in the 3rd grade maybe. And this little girl had dark hair. And she probably only stood about 2.5 feet tall. Cutest little thing ever. And I was like, that's what your daughter's going to look like. Like, I just knew. This is before any of my crazy stuff now that I do. And he's like, oh, whatever, I love you, and I can't have any more children, and I'm okay with that. But I knew that he wanted children. He was quite a bit younger than me. He deserves children. So I'm in his new wife. They do it. She's a... I don't mean this. She's a different... I want to say race. I don't want to sound racist, so when I say that, she's a different race. She's from a different culture.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, I've seen pictures of her. I feel nothing but love for her, and I want nothing but the best for them. Her, on the other hand, because of the culture and the way she was brought up, is like, ah. But Matthew is still friends with the one side of my family, which they were before him and I ever got together, we ever got married, whatever. Like I said, everything's fine between him and I. Anyway, housing. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but they finally got pregnant.
Oh.
Okay, and then my mom came to work and she told me that they were having a girl, and I was like, oh man, I freaking knew it. She said, that doesn't bother you? No, it don't bother me. I'm so happy for him. Like, that's one of the main reasons that I was okay with the divorce, because he needed more. Like, the reason we got married was completely separate. Like, that doesn't need to be discussed, but it wasn't anything bad. He deserved to be a dad, and I knew that, and I couldn't give that to him. So we married her shortly after we got divorced, but oh man, I was so excited for him. She ended up having the baby a few days ago. Baby's not due until like the end of March.
Oh no.
Or end of April. Yeah, so she's about as early as Destiny was. She was born at 2 pounds, just like Des. Mom was telling me this, and like, I'm getting all like emotional, and she's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, nobody. I don't even care if it's my worst enemy, and Matthew is farthest thing from my worst enemy. I'm like, nobody deserves to feel that pain, because I know, and you know, what we went through when Destiny was born at that age. Like, she was 14 and a half inches long, and well, okay, the circumference of her head was 14 and a half inches long. She looked like a straight up bobblehead, first of all, but she went through a lot. You can't tell that now. She's great. But I was like, during that time, that was so sad. So sad. And I don't think anybody should have to ever go through that. That's really been weighing on me since Mom told me that. And she was like, ever since I told you about Matthew's baby, you've been real sad. I said, no, it's not that. I said, I just, it's bringing me back.
Oh, yeah. That could be part of one of your returns type thing. Is bringing you back to how that feels.
And it sucks. And I certainly do not want him to have to go through that. And I, you know, if you're still watching, please, you know, not that I believe in like the prayer chains or whatever, what have you, but I don't know. Please just hope that that baby's okay, like I do, because it's going to have the best dad. Because I know him personally, clearly. It's going to have the best dad. She is going to have the best dad. And he had a little girl. I freaking called it.
See, there you go. Yeah.
And that just
Drop the mic.
makes me super sad that he has to go through that, or they have to go through that. But that's neither here nor there. And I hope that their baby girl is okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish there was a way I could reach out to him, because nobody should have to go through that alone. Because all I had was the internet at the time. And I remember, and I researched, and I until I was like blue in the face with everything. But anyway, sorry, I know we're like going, we gotta take a lot out of the actual podcast itself, but because there was silence and there was video. Anyway, I think this was fun. It was a little bit of everything, plus Doll Island.
There you go.
Right?
That's right.
That was good. You guys let us know. They won't all be like this, and we're not gonna put them all on YouTube, right?
Right.
Yeah. She's like, right. Where it would be ones, the more fun ones that we do, that we have visuals for.
You
we
know,
have visuals
like the next
for.
time we have strippers.
Yeah, the next time Thor is in town.
The next time I blush and cover my eyes.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Like
cover
when,
your eyes.
like when I watch Magic Mike.
Oh my god. Good time. So with all that being said, all of that, keep a lookout for upcoming events on the Facebook, on the webpage. If you haven't visited the webpage, that's also another easy link to the podcast. So like if you don't have any of like the fun music podcast apps, that is obviously just paranormalxl.com. And oh, we started on yours at one point, I remember.
No, we talked about it.
Did we? Spiritual Voices, meditation, right?
Yep. I posted all over my Facebook Spiritual Voices, so there's links all over it.
All over. Now, can they look that up?
On Spotify and Stitcher and Libsyn, of course. But
Right,
yep.
right. Okay, awesome. And then True Crime XL will be launched, like I said, March 13th, which is Friday the 13th.
That's
which
sweet.
will be a year for us, which is completely awesome. It's just going to be great. With that, though, this one sometimes we get a little X-rated because of language. That one's going to be super bad just because of, like, what we're covering.
Yeah.
And it gets... What's going to set us different from the other true crime podcasts is that... Hold on. I'm digging like super, super deep to find out information that other people don't talk about. And some of that information is a little
Racy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to take in. So with that being said, make sure you're buckled up for those episodes. We will, I don't want to say put a fun whatever on it, but we'll put our own personalities into it to try to enlighten it, at least at the end of it as well. Yeah. And then, of course, always stay tuned to Paranormal XL. And then Josh, like I said, with the crew members growing, Josh is also putting out a podcast. And that's
cool.
going to be the Paranormal Parents, where he does talk about regular paranormal topics like we do, but then he also talks about it, trying to parent through all that, whether it's, you know, when you're trying to leave for an investigation, trying to explain to your children what you're doing.
Or dealing with the children that had those gifts and not quite knowing what to do for them.
And which children in his household do. Yeah, I'm so excited. They're going to come over later. I'm so excited to go through all that. So with all that being said, look us up everywhere and just love us because we love you.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you all so very, very much. And I know I mean that from everything I got from the very beginning when I went through my spiel about all the hate and everything else.